Welcome. You are now listening to Click Click Play. Please enjoy.
Fight!
Hello! Wait, there I am. Oh, that was embarrassing. That perfect.
It's a really moist cheese.
Everyone
Just
there.
talking about you, Bennis.
Really? Oh look, I can
Yeah.
put my hand into Flighty's room here. Oh, welcome to Click Click Play episode. I'm not quite sure what episode it is. It's the episode it will be. We'll find out later what it is. It's a special one. It's the first ever Twitch Click Click Play, and we're joined by an exclusive Twitch streamer exclusive here. There we are. Oh no, yeah. And joining me on my right. Yeah, my right. It's Flighty Broad. How are you, Flighty Broad?
I'm good. How are you today,
Right, me
darling?
Doing very well. I'm in my little box here. We're going to be joined by Boto Colin in a little bit, but he's driving home. But
I can't. Wait, hang on, we gotta.
doing very well. This is gonna, for all those downloading this podcast, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?" Above me, the person who is topping me right now, it's Sergeant Stavland. How are you doing?
Oh, jealous.
I'm good, man.
Yeah, getting pegged right now. Oh, how is it going, Stavland? How's your week been? You had a busy. Well, we're gonna get some gossip from you
Tiring.
later, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
You like a bit of gossip, Flighty?
I love gossip.
Look at her. You just know she does.
Yeah, she knows all people's secrets and tells everyone.
She got.
I
the
know.
gossip
I know all the
on me.
important secrets.
Yeah, speaking of dirty little secrets, it's Glennarini.
Hi!
How are you doing, Glennarini?
Really, really well. I just had a few glasses of wine, so I am ready to go.
Yeah,
Nervous.
that's what I'm
Someone's-
talking about.
She's drinking her tea. You're gonna be throwing some tea in
I'm
Shay
ready.
later.
I'm ready. for
Spike,
this
spike,
shit right here.
spike.
I really, I've actually still got my gin glass from last night. I
Y'all
got
think
quite
I'm not ready
drunk.
for this.
I only had like 3 gins, but in Spain I have to have a Spanish measure, and it's pretty strong. Hi to everyone in the chat. By the way, when we go to I guess we're going to start off by, well, just saying who we are, etc. And then we're going to be going and saying what games we've been. So this is the plan. I'll just tell you what the plan is. We're going to talk about like who we are, where we come from, a bit like a date. Then we're going to be talking about the games we've been streaming and playing recently. And then the main part of the stuff we're going to look at this week's topic, which is advice for new streamers. And get your questions in. !Discord. There's a Discord channel for the podcast where you can get your questions in. Anything for new people streaming, because we were all new once. I still kind of feel like I am. I've only been doing it for just over a year.
I
But
feel the same way.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've got past the first 50 followers stage, so we can probably give advice for that. But
Am I over 50 followers? Really?
you're an
I'm
affiliate.
not.
Yeah, but you're all affiliates, so you must be.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
that's.
Wow.
Unless they left you.
I'm the
Yeah.
perfect guest for this
Yeah, what
shit.
happens if if they leave, if everyone just then unfollows once you got to 50? But
Oh,
yeah, if you want any
Jesus Christ.
questions,
It's
And
too
also-
late. No takesies, backsies.
if anybody wants to be on the podcast, wants to give their opinion, we like opinions. As long as it's not racist, then that's fine. It can be anything else. But you just go into the waiting room in Discord, and we can drag you in when we get to that point. So first things first. I think ladies first.
Yes,
Glennarini,
that's me.
what have
Alright,
you
Glenn.
been? So Glenn, what have you been playing recently?
Well, a lot of Fortnite, to be
Oh,
honest.
oh yeah.
A lot of Fortnite, a little bit of Assassin's Creed because the new DLC that came out, which is really, really bugged.
Is it bugged?
It is so bugged. It's insane. Tony just played it, and he was going to pick up a brick, and the guy was attached to the brick. So when he picked up the brick, he picked up the person, and he could just drag him around if he wanted to. It was
That's awesome.
insane.
That
Yeah.
bug or a feature? That sounds great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
And a lot of Dark Souls.
Okay. What do you think too? Because people say that the new Assassin's Creed is a bit like Dark Souls in the combat. Do you feel that at all?
No.
Just the R1,
don't.
R2 attacks.
Just no.
Yeah.
Like I really don't know which kind of game I would compare it to, but I know that
I think it was
like
the combat. They said.
Hmm?
I think they said it was the combat that was similar.
yeah.
But-
I don't think it's similar to Dark Souls. especially with the camera view in combat, it is really similar to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't really know which kind of game I would compare it to. I know that I've played similar games like that, but it's definitely
Yeah.
nothing new.
No, Ubisoft, they're not.
No.
They kind of. I was about to say they polish perfection, but then no. If it sounds like they kind of release buggy games every time, but they
Yeah,
get
Yeah.
every time.
fewer bugs each time. Far Cry 5, some interesting bugs. Some great bugs though. You get some interesting things. I can't remember what off the top of my head, but I remember a few times going, "Oh, this I suppose it's a bug, but pretty awesome." But yeah, Dark Souls. How many bosses did you beat on one stream earlier?
I think I piled up a count of 5. I think
Whoa, in one stream. Wow.
5 or 6. Yeah, in one stream.
I did the tutorial
was
boss
really-
and I was so happy. I got the stream. I was like, I'm not playing this again. I've got it. I need to play that
It's a
more
good
often.
game though.
Yeah, 3. Dark Souls 3 is it or?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Dark Souls remasters when it's coming out. I don't know what kind of date it is today, but I think it's out in May.
Yeah, on a previous podcast we're talking about that somebody was playing. They managed to play a bit of the alpha or the beta, and then but the people that were there said, yeah, just don't go into Blighttown. Don't go into Blighttown. So they thought, oh, this is going to be
No.
bugged as hell in there. And then she went into Blighttown later and said it played really, really well. So yeah,
Oh,
it seemed to be a
Finally.
solid remaster. But yeah, Glenn, where are you from? I should have really,
Norway.
Norway. Ah, we've
No.
Norway?
Norway.
That's my
Ah.
favorite country.
It is the
Favorite
best.
city.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite city. Yeah.
It's my favorite city in all of Europe.
Oh, well, here is the intelligent American and our token female, Flighty Broad.
Hi.
Got the numbers up, great. No, Flighty is awesome. You're actually the first person I thought of when no offense, Glenarini, Stavland, and then Boto when you come in, but
Ben,
Flighty.
playing favorites
Yeah.
correctly.
Miss Congeniality. It's okay.
How are you doing? So, Flighty, tell us about yourself.
Well,
All the
I
details.
am, as previously mentioned, a woman. I have boobs. They're great.
I have boobs as well.
But I'm a. We need to get together later. I'm a variety streamer. I live in the Midwest United States, and
Can you ride a horse?
yes, I can actually.
Bareback?
I can ride a horse, and a man dressed as a horse.
Both bareback. What have you been? Yeah, there we go. What have you been? What have you been playing recently, Flighty?
Ben, I'm not gonna talk about what I've been playing. I'm gonna
Oh.
talk about what I'm gonna start playing on Monday. I'm gonna start playing Outlast 2 on Monday.
It's a good job we didn't make any
Ben?
deals, isn't it?
Ben, tell everybody why I'm playing Outlast 2 on Monday.
Because I was so generous. I gave her a copy of Outlast 2 because I'm so generous, and that's the only reason.
That's literally the only reason. No, we made a deal. You have to tell everybody about the deal that we made because this is for your community, Ben.
Okay,
Your community.
I had
That's it
gin.
for work.
I had gin last night and said that if Flighty finishes Outlast 2, then I would finish Resident Evil 7.
In VR.
In VR, yeah.
I love how we started with
You're
with a
welcome.
glass of gin.
Yeah. I'm trying to regret it. It's like when last time I got drunk and I said Melum and I said we'd dress up as ladies and go through the Eurovision songs, which we're not actually going to do because we've decided that it's probably going to be quite offensive to people who are in the trans community. So we're just going to probably just get really drunk and talk over Eurovision songs. But,
Oh, Ace of Twitch, I'm absolutely going to finish Outlast 2. This is bigger than me. This isn't just about me. This is about the community at large. I'm doing this for y'all, not for me.
Y'all.
And Flighty, what have you been? You've been playing spooky games, so you're kind of prepared for it, aren't you?
I am. So what I do is I've been making game brackets lately, and I have the community sort of like do the little bracket thing, and then I have my subs vote on the champions of the brackets. So everybody really likes watching me scream. So I've been playing a lot of horror games lately. My favorite lately, I did just finish Resident Evil 7, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. But my favorite has been Prey.
That's so
Because
interesting.
it was such a it was such a rich experience, and I'm definitely like the experience was so rich for me that I'm going to actually make a YouTube playthrough with me making a whole bunch of different choices. So
Did you do the This Is December ending?
no.
That's
No,
the
I
only one
did
I
not.
got to. Did you finish the main
Oh.
game then?
I did, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I did the This Is December. I think it's where you just go to this dude's escape pod. And then there's a cutscene, but the cutscene kind of gives away the ending more or less. So
Oh, I see. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I sort of like plowed through
it's so good.
to
It's
the
such an
end.
interesting game.
Ben, do you ever finish games?
That is a good question.
We need to have a chat about that. We can
Thing is-
talk about that for a whole podcast.
That's why I
used
only
to.
play online games. They never end.
What I'm gonna do next year, probably not this year, but what I did last year was I had to finish 25 games in the year, and it kind of forced me to actually finish them. Whereas this year I haven't had that, and I've just been coming and going. So I'm gonna, maybe I should just make one now. I know it's a bit late, but I've got to finish 10 games or something. I'm gonna try and finish God of War. No, I've got it. It's pre-downloaded though, but I'm gonna try and at least get 20 hours in by the podcast on Sunday.
Well, you know what you need to start that list with is Resident Evil 7 in VR.
Okay,
Might as well put that on the top of that list.
I'll need to have somebody. I'll have Mellum like give me commentary of what's said in the chat and stuff, like he did last time. But then every night I did Resident Evil 7 VR for like an hour and a half a few months ago, and every 10 minutes Mellum would come in and say, "Okay, it's time. Like you've done 10 minutes." But it'd keep making me jump every time he came in, so that didn't work. All right. So I think that's it. Is that everyone? Oh no, Stavland.
Oh, that's everyone, man. Thank you.
Sergeant.
Aw.
How?
Bring it on.
Oh. You're quite quiet, Stavland. You're a little bit quiet. Can we?
I usually am.
Oh.
I'm a shy guy.
Tell us about you. Who are you? Where do you come from?
I'm from Norway,
Oh.
and I
Oh.
used to play Fortnite.
Used to.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
No,
Can
the
we-
game is broken right now.
Can you put your mic a little bit louder?
Yeah,
Yes, I
we're
can.
you're really
Yes, I
quiet.
can. Yes, I can.
There we go. Stay moist.
No.
Definitely.
What
not.
happened?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I used to play Fortnite. I do it from time to time as well, but it's broken right now.
Yeah,
All
we
of
were-
these updates, they're getting new updates every day. It's been 4 updates the last week.
It's
And
been
then
insane.
have they fixed it for you?
No, they haven't.
Hmm.
So they messed up all my binds, which I cannot redo because now it doesn't work. So I'm pretty much done with Fortnite, and I'm taking a break from streaming,
Oh,
and I am
Oh.
going to chill with some PUBG.
PUBG.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a game. I mean that
It's a
break
game.
from Fortnite.
Good
Stavland,
commentary.
I gotta say, Fortnite, Stavland. I enjoyed the games of Fortnite we had about 30 minutes ago. So that break's going well.
Yeah, but as I said, I'm doing it from time to time.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
But chill and PUBG.
There we
Sean in the chat says chill and PUBG go together. I mean, I played a little bit of PUBG as well with Stavland, and it was kind of easy.
Hey,
PUBG is a
Sean.
bit more chill. You can read the chat and stuff and go a bit more slowly. But why are you taking a break from streaming, Stavland?
It's really stressful nowadays. It's been a lot, and I've been streaming like 10 hours a day, every
Ooh.
day.
Burnt out.
God damn. Yeah, I can definitely see how you'd get burnt out by that.
Yeah. And I only started like not even 2 months ago.
Whoa.
But I'll be back.
Yeah.
And some of the reason that I'm taking a break is because I was already tired, but when that news article came out, Ben, you know that.
The news. Yeah. Tell the
Yeah.
listeners about your news article.
I can link it.
He's a wanted man.
Yeah.
What?
What?
There was a lot of controversy around that because the headlines says that I'm among the top 100 in the world, which I do not think I am. But the reason of that was because I was at top 100 in TRN at Fortnite. So we got some jelly streamers up here in Norway.
What's TRN?
Oh wow.
That's all of the statistics just in one statistic,
Okay.
like KD, KDR, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And you were in the top 100.
Yeah.
So it's true.
Yeah, but like, mm,
Wait, is that a news article that went around Facebook?
probably.
Yeah.
Famous.
I think I've seen it. I didn't know it was you.
And how,
Starstruck.
and how were they? Yeah, how were they? Like you said that there was some salty people. What were they doing?
No, you
All the
know,
gossip.
since I'm a small streamer and I've recently just started, it's kind of easy to like go after my channel. So we got some jelly streamers here in Norway that did not like that article one bit. But the funny thing is that all of the streamers that did this particular thing are streamers that I've had problems with in the past. So after that article got posted, there was 2 or 3 streamers with combined they have like 10k followers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who just sent everyone in their chat over to my stream just to hate when
Violating the
got live.
TOS, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The malicious rating. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
Did you report it?
It's no problem though. Like I would probably have taken a break either way. 10 hours a day for almost a month.
That sucks. I can one of the reasons I play, I stream on Twitch is just to get away from stress and bitchy and chilling.
I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks real bad.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, people.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about Twitch. People.
Yeah.
The worst and the best thing.
Zero view.
Yeah. Love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Did you report them, Savland, or are you just? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Good.
Hopefully they'll get some comeuppance.
Something is happening.
Oh. Have to
I'm gonna
catch
let
it.
him know when it's time.
Mhm.
The stories. That's part 1 of the story. We'll tune into part 2.
You gotta work on that, baby. You gotta do some flexing.
Yes.
Yeah. Ace of Twitch in the chat says Twitch community is still the best community. Yeah, there are some people who are maybe not, but vast majority are. Great streamers attract great viewers. So
For the real though.
apparently,
Yeah.
don't know why I've got nice people in my chat. Right, okay. Games we've been playing. I mean, we've already really chatted about that. But how?
BiggusBennus?
Me? Oh, games I've been playing. Oh, I played I played a game called, what's it called? Heights something?
Radical Heights.
Radical Heights, yeah. And excuse the language, but it is fucking terrible. It's like one of the worst games I've ever played. It's unoptimized. You go into buildings, there's no textures in the buildings. They don't even have, like, the walls are just kind of a placeholder. Not even a placeholder, it's just nothing. It's like a grey mess.
Like Dark Souls walls.
It's like you've glitched through something and gone into an area that we shouldn't be. That's the kind of
Remember
stuff.
the tunnel?
Oh, the tunnel. Yeah, we were inside. Also in the tunnel, we managed to poke our heads through through solid surfaces, which was interesting. I came third.
I got stuck.
Yeah, it's really Radical
Hi,
Heights.
Mellum. How's it going,
Mellum.
Mellum?
Speaking of great streamers, we've got Mellum in the chat. Hey. Hopefully, Mellum will join us for the normal podcast next week. And, well, Mellum is always welcome. Mellum is my co-host with the most. But
Life partner. Just say life partner.
My streamer
It's
partner.
fine.
My live streamer
Mellum
partner.
life partners, okay?
But I got Dave jealous enough as it is, you know. But yeah, I played that. I've been playing Division still. I love that game. Fortnite's just great fun, but it's all about this week, you know. Yakuza 6 is out tomorrow night, which I'm going to be streaming from 1 a.m. And then God of War is out, and then Frostpunk is out. It's just, yeah, I'm going to be a super variety streamer.
Yeah, that's quite a quite a bunch of different genres you got going on there.
Yeah, a lot. I like any game. If a game's good, I like it. And if a game's bad, I'll probably like it as well. So I'll just play anything. Just before Mel in the
That's how I
chat.
go about dating.
Yeah. A game's a game, you know?
A guy's a guy.
Exactly, yeah.
If it's got a good personality, I'll play it.
Yeah.
He's
Down
got
for
good
that.
content, if you know what I mean.
But I'll
Wink.
Wink.
get that DLC.
Wiggles eyebrows.
Oh yeah, but I'm not good. Did I finish? What did I finish? I finished the Division. Don't know if I'm gonna. I'll probably end up trying to finish these 3 games though. Okay, so let's go into the Twitch part. We don't have an intro, so Flighty, can you give us a little dance? Oh, right, we're gonna get banned for this.
I don't know
right?
if y'all know, but I moonlight as a burlesque dancer.
She
So,
does?
That's what I do.
Is
Don't ask for nothing you don't want from me.
Bring it, Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, she's a burlesquer. Is that the official title of people that do burlesque?
It is now. I like that burlesquer.
Okay, so this week we're talking about advice for new streamers. So we've all been new streamers. Some of us still are new streamers. I mean, Stavland, you said 2 months you've been streaming for?
Almost.
Almost 2 months. Wow, and you're already burnt out. What advice would you give someone then that's... Well, how did you get into streaming first? Why did you start streaming?
I didn't have anything to do.
No.
Plus, just showing everyone how it's done.
Yeah, like how you can play a game. Were you amazing at Fortnite before you started streaming?
Yeah.
So then you were like, I'm gonna show these people how to do it.
Amazing. Me and Jaeger used to play it since the day it came out.
Mhm.
Then we went for top duos in Norway, and after we got that, Jaeger's been burnt out ever since.
Yeah.
So I needed someone to play with. Now I got you guys, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have. But yeah, I mean, so was it tough? Do you have any problems when you were starting out?
No.
Ah, just went straight in.
Yeah.
What about you, Flighty? What got you? Because how long have you been streaming for, Flighty?
I started streaming back in like 2015, 2016
I mean, on Twitch, Flighty, yeah.
on Twitch. Yeah. Then I had to stop because I had a pretty bad depressive episode. And then I came back maybe about 6-7 months ago, I think.
Mhm.
And then I've been having kind of a rough time in life, so I sort of used Twitch as a way to sort of cope and escape. So I've sort of been like pouring all of my creative energy into Twitch and kind of building the community here, and it's been working. So
That's great.
high fives everywhere.
Now you are a great streamer, and also that's interesting. Yeah, some people, I did it because I think maybe like Stavlin, I was just a bit bored. Like I kind of here in Spain, like where I live, it's very difficult to make close friends because people, well, you either make close friends after you've known them for ages, or they just don't want anything to do with you. So, and also living in Barcelona, people just come and go all the time. You make friends with someone, then 6 months later they're off to Dubai or somewhere like that. So
Interesting.
Yeah, Twitch is a really good way of me keeping friends, actually. And I mean, through this, I've managed to do some awesome things. Going to Norway again in
August.
Yeah, August. And I think I'm going to Stavlan, I'm going to see you in July, Antic, because you're coming to Barcelona. And
Yeah.
like
Oh.
people say, oh, they're not your real friends, they're online, but they are. And I think I've made pretty good friends on Twitch, just from like, you see people all the time, you chat to them. With a society now, with the internet society and online and all that stuff, it's just a new breed. But no,
the internet has made like a global community. So people, you can't go at people and be like, well, your internet friends aren't real friends, but like,
yeah, what
makes
is
a real friend? Exactly.
It's still a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And they're important and valid relationships.
I'd class the friends who I speak to on a daily basis through Discord or through Twitch more of a friend than someone who I've maybe grown up with and I've known and I spent every day until I was 18, and then now I speak to them maybe once a month or so. I
Right.
never see them. I class people who I know and speak to. Well, you know more about me as well now on Twitch as that. But Glenn, what got you streaming?
I really enjoyed watching gameplay, just on YouTube, just in general. And I was sitting on my couch, and I saw that PlayStation 4 offered streaming services.
Ooh.
So I thought, why not? Might as
Yeah.
well. I have a bunch of games that I still haven't streamed. But I got like a real collection of games that I'm gonna show later on. So that was kind of the goal.
Yeah.
And just really having a good time.
Yeah.
That's the best reason.
Yeah.
Just pleasure. Just pleasure.
Yeah, that's like it's so interesting. We've got like a big mix of people of why they started. I think of Sergeant and I just kind of chilled, bored, wanna do something, maybe connect with friends. Glenn's just wants to stream and show off his games. And
Yeah.
And Flighty, you said it was for your health. And have you noticed an improvement? Have other people noticed an improvement?
In my health?
Yeah, you said in your like mental health, that it was.
Yeah, my
improved.
partners have noticed. Like all four of my partners, sorry, have been really supportive of.
Sergeant's eyes lit up. Then it's like room for one more.
And they're all really strong supporters, and they're sort of evangelists of what I do, so they like sometimes bring people into the stream and all that. So and they have noticed like a marked difference in my mental health. So it's
brilliant.
definitely, it's also, it's nice because when assholes come into your chat, you have full power over them, and that's just cathartic, you know?
Is Sergeant
Just
pointing as in like
hammer.
he's an asshole, or it happens to him? Just like me. No, that's. I was going to say, yeah, it really, really helps if like the people you're with are supportive.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say Dave is particularly, but he kind of leaves me alone, so that's great. If I was constantly being like, God, what are you doing? Oh, why are you doing that? Then
Like
it might annoy me.
passive support, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Doesn't mess with you.
Maybe come on stream and like every now and again once he's had a
Blow
drink.
kisses at Mellum.
Yeah. Have a little drink. Start sending abuse to Rosie. Yeah, guys,
I'll fight
send
anybody who
send
abuses Rosie.
any questions you've got. If you put them into the Discord, ! Discord, we've got the podcast. We've got podcast channel. Send in your questions, and if you want to come and give your opinion, join us. Just go into the waiting room on Discord, and we'll drag you in. Just so if you want to appear on there, tell us about how you started streaming. That would be awesome. So just pop yourself in the waiting room. It's muted in there, so if you see anybody in there as well, you don't have to talk to them. So don't worry.
But you can.
You can't.
But you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You can't
no,
anyway.
Your shit gets muted.
Yeah. Avril in the stream. Avril's an amazing streamer. She's awesome at PUBG. In fact, Sergeant, there you go. There's someone who you can play with
Yeah, I
too.
asked her
to
in
get
the
good.
chat earlier today, but she didn't reply.
Oh no. She had so many. She said she had loads of trolls yesterday. Before now it would have ruined my stream, but after a while you get a sense of security. Yeah, like before, if I got a troll, it'd hit you a bit, doesn't it? And you're like, oh, whoa, why is that person saying those things? But once you've dealt with a few, and when you realize that everybody else in the chat's just like, what a dick.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody started asking me. Came in earlier about saying what's my favorite Fortnite skin and why does it look like a clitoris, which I thought interesting. Just ignore them and then they went. I think that's the trick.
Yeah. Ignoring usually works.
Yeah.
Or firing back in unexpected ways is usually fun.
Yeah. We actually. Sorry. Yeah, Glenn.
I'd like to try to just talk to them like any other viewer, just any other person, and they get so annoyed, and then they try harder to troll you, and you can just see how badly creative they get. Like they only have like a limit of how much they can troll. That's how I figured out. There's only a certain level, and if you get them to that level, it's not going to get any higher. So
I think I think it was Mellum and I were doing a dual stream, and somebody came in, and it was their name was like I swallow or ice, like ICE, wallow, and then
Oh yeah.
COME, and
I remember that.
Melon read it out, and then he burst out laughing what he'd said, and we just started laughing, and then that troll was like, I'm gonna hang around. You guys are cool. So sometimes you get interesting reactions from them. Then after 30 minutes, it's like, I've got to go now. I'm going to go and troll some people. Like, all right, see you later. Thanks for the follow. You kind of interesting.
To be fair, that was a really clever name.
Yeah. And it's not offensive. It just makes the streamer sound a bit crazy. And if it was wrong, I'd be upset. But yeah. Oh yeah, Ace had them in their stream as well. I think there's might be a few people that follow that. Oh, Avril says he's a regular in her channel as well. I guess it's a he. Could be a she. Female trolls. You never think about that. Have you ever trolled anyone, Flighty?
No, like I'm always straightforward. Like, and I feel like trolling is more like trying to be sneaky about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, when they come in with the a really racist name, then they're not very inventive.
Yeah, no, you get the hammer right away. I'm not even trying to play.
No. Brilliant. Ace in the chat. Apparently, Logan Paul started streaming, hasn't he? I want to kind of just see what his stream's like. But he had.
Hey, AJ.
Somebody was. Oh my God, AJ, please. Sorry, I didn't realize. AJ, another stream. Got loads of streamers in the chat, guys. If you ever want to come on, we're gonna rotate the people on this, like as often as possible. Or whoever wants to come on, other streamers, come and join us. Every 2 weeks we do this special. So. AJ, please, awesome streamer in there. We've got shout outs going for him. Ace says he had 3 to 4 more accounts on. Oh, okay. So Ace, the Swallow guy, had a few more accounts, and they had other names like Mr. Ping with his first name Ray.
Oh, gross. Gross.
And then it says plus Nick.
I bet people with names like child molester kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of stuff I don't allow, but if it's something like
you gotta like
I
swallow, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, gotta know what. Yeah, at least be tasteful.
Like with
in your
I
trolling.
swallow cum, like.
Sorry, what was that? What was that, Flighty? Which one, Flighty?
I mean, if we want to go into detail, I will, but I don't think that's what you want right now. Don't ask for what you don't want, Ben.
Exactly. So we need to do a dual stream sometime. I think it'd just be Bill. Right. Next question we've had. That was the first one. Wow. What should people consider when thinking of streaming? I know Ace. Ace, if you fancy coming and joining us in the waiting room, because I know you've got opinions. You said, I think it might have been your question, and Flighty said about what should people care about. What should people consider when thinking of streaming, but also what should you think about numbers and things like that? I think that's an interesting topic. Yeah, Flighty. What do you think?
What should people consider when thinking of streaming?
Yeah, like what motivates? Let's change it a bit. Let's change what motivates you.
What motivates me?
Money.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Sad.
I mean, I wish it could be money that motivates me, but it's not. Maybe one day. So, and I have an anecdote. Last night, a friend of mine got a hold of me and started asking me questions about open relationships and what advice I could give them. And one of the sort of resources that I like to give people is called, I'll put a link in the chat. It's called the Short Instructional Manifesto for Relationship Anarchy. And it sounds super dupes, apropos of nothing. But when I was reading through it, I was like, oh, I do all of this shit when I'm streaming. So love and respect instead of entitlement. You're not entitled to anybody's time. Nobody is entitled to your time. Be nice to everybody. That's really important to consider, I feel, when you're streaming with people. Fake it till you make it is a big one. I feel like every streamer needs to fake it till they make it.
Yeah. Do you put on an act sometimes when you're streaming?
No, I do not have the energy for that shit. This is me. This is all me. And I do understand why people would want to do that. I'm a 100% open person, but I understand that it's not safe or smart or practical for some people to do that. So, hey, Colin, how's it going?
Yeah, Colin or Boto, join us in the Discord. We're going to do audio through there, but we've been joined. He's here. He's a little bit late. Ace is going to just join us for a minute. Ace of Twitch.
You just scared the hell out of me.
I do. I have that effect on people, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah. So Ace, you had an opinion, didn't you, about like what people should care about with numbers?
Yeah, because I started streaming back in March, and then I quit for a while. I came back in December, and someone came in and really helped me grow, and my channel just blew up in January, or at least in my eyes, blew up. And eventually things started going downhill, and I was building my community together with other streamers. And eventually things went downhill. I lost contact with him, and I was just it kind of demotivated the streaming. But then it did remind me why I started streaming in the first place, which is that I wanted to build a very lovely community and make friends and just have a good time with them while I'm having a good time playing a game, so I can share the fun, share the happiness and the laughs. And I think that's very important as well. And which I guess could be divided in three things, which is one is stick with your roots, stick with why you stream in the first place, and always get back to that when things are getting you down or something. Like, do not focus on growing. Hi Bodo. like don't focus on whether the numbers go fast or slow at times. Like, I totally skipped the entire dashboard thing where you can see how much your streamer has grown, that type of stuff. As well as you don't owe anyone anything. If you can't stream, if people don't like a game you play, you do not owe any person anything. It's your stream, your time, your life, your room, and that's the way it should be. And no one should have any sort of power over that. They shouldn't make you feel guilty or anything like that. And guilt is also a very big part of streaming. I feel like playing a game a lot of people might not like, or making or having to make time for them. I guess that could become really tiring. And there was another point I wanted to make, but I guess that's actually about anything I have to say regarding that. Just stick with your roots and just make sure you are having fun, and do not let anything demotivate you, and just stick with why you're streaming in the first place.
Yeah, and do it to enjoy. Like, do whatever if you enjoy a game that's got 0 viewers, that's no problem. I think we haven't got any real like people that just are only viewers, but I read like because I'm on the Reddit, Twitch Reddit subreddit all the time, and the people that just view say like 99% of the time they're just there for the streamer. They're not there for the game really, or for the gameplay. They might find you through that, but they'll stick around for the streamer. So
yeah, definitely. Like, they come for the game, but they stay for you. So it doesn't matter what game you should play.
Yeah.
They'll also, from my experience, they will also leave because of you.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
The minute I tell somebody I'm an intersectional feminist, I have lost so many viewers because of that, and it's funny to me because, like, I don't want those people in my community anyway. So like,
it's a nice way for you to, like, I don't know, gather the people you want to be.
Exactly, like, and filter out.
Yeah.
Could you say we've had a little bit of a troll in the chat? Wow,
yeah,
doing this. It's brilliant.
Did not notice.
No, he thinks Ronaldo is a beast, so he's obviously wrong.
Mega.
Shamanon in the chat, who is a partner streamer, says hide your view count. That is a really, really
yeah.
I'm trying to keep looking at it today, going like, Jesus Christ, people are watching this. This is it can help you and motivate you a bit, but it's definitely demotivating often.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I always have it blocked. Even like I have my OBS on my second screen, and like my my stream labels like in front of the viewer count, and I avoid it at all times. It just if you look at it and it's lower than you are used to, it really demotivates. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
indeed hide it.
So as Kane is actually, I don't really care very much about games. So yeah, I'm just in the stream to support the stream. That's really nice. And just to mention, people who are like, thanks so much, Boto, for the resub, and like all the guys who followed. Thank you so much. Because we put this up on iTunes and on clickclickplay.com afterwards. I don't have any alerts on during the podcast, but if you stick around after, I will go through them and thank you all. But it means a lot. And also these guys will, Amelim's in the chat, he's modding it. He'll give these dudes that we're here with shout outs. So thanks so much. I can't believe how okay, Sergeant, these what do you prefer to be called?
No, not me.
Can I just say that I don't know if anybody's listening to this on iTunes, I recommend just seeing it on YouTube, youtube.com/BiggusBennus, because Flighty was just sitting there, and her cat's the paw just kept coming into the screen and just started tapping her. Oh, I couldn't. But Ace was had a really good point, and all I could see was the cat's paw like tapping her on the shoulder, saying like, "Hello."
That's Lando.
You said you had another point as well, Ace.
Sorry?
You said you had another point you wanted to make.
Yeah, I forgot. I was about to write them down. That's how you scared me.
But we're gonna get you in on like as a host in 2 weeks, yeah?
Okay, buddy. I would love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Us too. Brilliant. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
I'm out. Thank you guys.
See you
Have a
later.
good time. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. And in that we gained a Boto.
Yay!
Go on, Boto.
Boto.
All attributes or
Oh,
something.
now the Norwegians are in the minority. Brilliant. How have you been, Boto? Tell us, who are you? Where you come from?
Hello, my name is Bodo Kallen. That's a
Whoa.
cool
Sorry,
fun.
hang on.
You're not muted on GoToMeeting.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can hear him, can you?
Your audio is.
There we
doubled
go.
up.
You're welcome. There it is.
There we
All right.
go. Thanks.
All right. I'm Bodo Kallen. I'm a variety streamer in that kind. I stream mainly through the LGBT tab. Should I go through this list you sent me?
We've gone through a couple of questions. We've done like what made you
Okay.
realize you wanted to stream.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I actually found Ben when he hosted me one day, so that was pretty fun. So what made me realize I wanted to start streaming was I recently lost my job this year. I was a K through 4th teacher at an arcade elementary school, and I lost my job because of budget cuts. So I was like, what else do I love to do? And I'm like, I play video games quite a lot. I play a lot of League of Legends. I enjoy playing like a lot of games that aren't known like at all. Like if you went into the streaming tab, there'd be like 0 views in any of them, or games from like 90s. And you guys can hear my bird. I apologize for that. I'm really excited because I just got home. His name is Falco. Yeah. When I get excited, he gets excited, and he's normally on my shoulder. Maybe we'll bust him out a little bit.
Yeah.
He actually flew into a wall and broke his beak a month ago.
No.
Yeah, he's old. He's 14 now. His birthday was 2 weeks ago. But great stuff. So I started streaming, and I kind of like fell in love with it. Very close. You guys saw Sham in the chat. Now you're gonna notice it.
That's Shamanom is from your stream, yeah? I recognize them.
Bodo variety streamer who Sham and I are actually going to Toronto this month because we're going to a Twitch meetup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Sham just got partnered, so yay! But he's local.
Oh,
he's
yes.
from Buffalo, so it's really cool to connect with him, and he's also an LGBT streamer, like myself. So it's like cool to get that like mix and find something that's so similar. I'm totally gonna cover my bird's cage because then he'll just, shush. Maybe he's just really excited.
Real
like
fast.
Yep.
Can we take a moment to soak in how many good-looking people are on the screen right now? Just real fast. Just like bask.
I say, well, let me get it. There we go. You look at all those beautiful people.
Look at it.
Look at all of them.
Thanks, lady.
All of them pretty people. Okay.
Should I call out? Nah.
Okay, moving on.
Instantly
Moving on.
uncomfortable.
But yeah, what so what made you say you were streaming because you lost your job, and is it helping you find a new one, or is it just there to chill?
I have just like been enjoying it so much because it's kind of like go at your own pace. You know, when people talk about like their own, like if you're looking at it from whichever side, if you're looking at it from like a business side, if you like want to make it a career, like eventually I think it's totally possible. You just have to put a lot of effort. Everybody else is putting in effort. You just have to put a little tiny bit more than everybody else, and you'll be good to make it a career if that's what you want to do. But if you just like doing it, like I like playing a lot of League of Legends or random other games, and I can't count the amount of people who don't like those games, but who just come to hang out with me, and the cultivating the community type of nonsense that we always spout and throw at you guys. Like cultivating the community is like the coolest thing in my mind. I tell everybody who's in my chat, like it's the coolest experience to have me wake up and then you guys wake up, and it's not forcing you. I'm not forcing you guys to come to my stream. You guys wake up and you guys choose every single day if you want to come in. Oh yeah. No, Ben, you have to come.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
yeah, it's not optional for Ben.
No.
Ever.
I hang around in Boto's chat when he's streaming League of Legends. That's how much I like Boto as a person.
Yeah,
because League of Legends.
Someday you'll play. Someday.
You can join me in Boto.
If there's a full team of people, that I know, then I'll happily play that. It's just, it's like when I play Rainbow Six Siege. I don't like really going in solo. Because you're just like, oh my god, you're shit. And I'm like, yes, I know I'm shit. That's actually the reason why I stopped playing Rainbow Six Siege the very first day I played it, and someone went, "Oh my god, you're a noob," and I was like, "Yeah, I am a noob. It's my first ever game playing this," so I deleted it. But then eventually came back.
Oh, Ben, come on!
I don't like to be called a noob. But yeah, so the question: what do you think? We were talking as well about like numbers. How it's good to turn your viewer count off and not care about that. Do you agree, Boto?
I do agree. So on my stream deck, I do have a view count button, but I like never look at it. I agree to completely wholeheartedly hide your number. It does nothing for self-confidence. And even if there's a lot there, like it does more harm and hurts kind of like the ego, the bad side of your ego as well. Like if it's a lot of people, you can be like, oh, I'm doing so good today. And then you get like overconfident in a certain aspect. It's good to be confident, but sometimes we've all had 3 viewers on a really great day. We're feeling like really great, right? Like we had like 3 viewers and you had all these plans and it just doesn't fall through. So
I think you should rather focus on the average. Like after you finish streaming, you can check out your stats if you're really focused on growing your see when you got the most viewers, if it's a particular type of day, those kind of stuff.
I don't know. I don't think just doing it when you want to do it is the best way, because I find like when my energy goes down, like I'm bad. I do have the view count on there just out of curiosity, but I notice it goes down if I'm low on energy. Like last night I was staying up for the Formula 1 and I was getting really tired, and I was playing Hitman, and I started Hitman off really happily, but then it took me like 3.5 hours to kill some dude. And like the last hour or so, I was feeling really tired, and I saw the view count going drop, and that makes you even feel even worse. I should have just turned it off.
One of my favorite quotes that I apply to a lot of different things is comparison is the thief of joy. Never compare yourself to other people. Because that's just like you guys have been saying, that's just gonna make you sad. Don't make yourself sad.
Yeah,
and I need
never
to take
compare.
notes. I need to start writing down quotes of Flighty.
That's not my quote, unfortunately. That's just one of my favorite quotes.
It is now.
And I'm sure Stavland will do it. Somebody being successful doesn't make you less successful. In fact, if you're friends with them, it can actually help. But yeah, thanks. Matthias, thanks so much for the host. You just sent a host over there, but I turned the alerts off because we put this on iTunes. If anybody wants to listen to any of the old podcasts, go on iTunes. They're kind of based on, like, next week is going to return to the normal one, and then every fortnight we're going to be switching between the Twitch specials and the other, and like the normal ones where we discuss video game news. It's very serious and abusive. Success is just a word, says Kay. That's true.
Random question to stop. I know nothing about you. Hello.
Me.
No one does.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Savland. Sorry, yeah, he's.
I don't think I've ever met you. It's good to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Can I have like a fresh, like short recap of your stream life?
Fortnite.
But he's stopped.
That's it.
That's it.
No, but I'm fairly new. I've
just whip it out.
A little over a month, almost 2 months.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so now I'm
Gonna be
taking
hitting the
it.
curve soon. Yeah.
Melum,
What
don't
about
ask for
you?
something you don't want.
You stream League of Legends?
Mhm.
League of Legends. Well, you've been streaming some. What did you think to the Division?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the division. I just feel like I need to get caught up. So there's like tournaments going on this week for League, like promo tournaments. So I've been like training for those. But like after that, I wholeheartedly can't wait to play division a lot more.
Right, yeah, Glenn and I managed to we carried Glenn up to max level from when you're max level at 30, you can, there's like these 5 world tiers, and we got him to world tier 5 in one mission, so we can do the same to you, and then
Yeah.
and then just
I need
do
to
all
get
the
up in
missions.
there too. I totally have been slacking on some
Yeah,
division.
let's get a full squad going. Oh, Division is so good. Melum is just crying, I think, in anger right now. He's like,
Oh, no.
Division, it's a terror. He hates the Division. He's
Melum, come on.
Oh my god! I was teaching.
Don't.
I was teaching somebody on Saturday. Saturday. He's a gamer. I know he's a gamer. He's a really cool dude. And I was like, somebody said, "What if he's like?" They asked him if he was like into hobbies or like really collecting something, and he said that he collects.
Wait, hobbits? Wait, no, hobbies. Okay, sorry.
Into hobbits.
Sorry, one second. I got a little confused.
No
Easy.
kink shaming. Dang.
Yeah.
Rule number 1 of the chat: no kink shaming.
It's okay.
But I asked him, and he said he collects like collected edition video games where they come with the statues and stuff. And he said that he is a huge fan of Ubisoft, and he's like he calls himself one of Ubisoft's biggest fans. So I was like, okay, we can be friends. But I just thinking if Melon was there, he'd be just shaking his head.
Oh no. I don't think I've ever seen Melum angry before. I think that would frighten me.
I've never
It's the mustache.
no.
It like hides all emotion.
I've seen Melon
When you see his
disappointed.
mustache quivering, you need to run.
It's iced.
Oh. Ace says, would you get a Division statue if there was one? To be honest, I don't know if I'd get a Division statue, but I want nearly all the clothes you can get in Division. It's the only game I've played where
That's
you
true.
dress your character and everything's really fashionable and looks cool.
In the division?
Yeah.
It looks really
Final
American.
Are
Fantasy
you
game.
fucking kidding me? Like every time I get it. What?
The
Every
hat
time
you're
I get a
currently
new piece of-
wearing is, I think, in the Division, Flighty.
Every time I get a piece of clothing in the division, it's like, oh, what shade of military green or brown or khaki is this gonna be? Like I have like the red coat and like the
Yeah.
green pants because that's the only color that's in that game. And like I have to make sure that my like weapons are like bright pink because that's the only joy
You've
that
not
I
seen
get out
my-
of the character design.
You've not seen my salmon jacket then?
Salmon jacket, what?
Yeah. What's a salmon coat? I need to get all the... Actually,
Made in Norway.
yeah. It's one of those
Don't play with your
Norway...
food.
What are those jackets everyone in Barcelona wears them? Because I think they sell knockoff ones as well. It's like Norwegian something on there, and there's a big flag of Norway on the chest. Have you seen those everywhere?
Oh, okay.
Moods of Norway?
All right,
No.
all right.
No,
I
have
is
one.
it Napapiri?
I don't know. It says something Norwegian on the front, and it's just there's the Norwegian flag, but every single body has it.
Probably
get the
says
knock-
fuck you.
You
But
get knockoff ones with no what it is. No
Fashion
idea what it is.
vision. Pimp Purple is camouflage, Ace of Twitch if you go to the Pimp's Ball. Well, nobody see you there.
As Swill says, never seen him angry when Ben doesn't pay attention to the story, he gets closer. Yeah, that's the only time Melon gets patronizing. Like, it's like I'm like, oh, I don't know where to go, and it's like, well, and you would have known if you'd listened to the guy. If you hadn't spoken over the cutscene, you might know where to go. He does it in a very passive aggressive way. It's like, do you wanna click ready, Ben? Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. Next question.
No
OBS.
photo.
OBS or Streamlabs OBS?
OBS.
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 Forever.
Dreamlabs OBS.
Oh, Sergeant says Streamlabs.
Oh, Descent.
Slobs. Why are you a slub, Sergeant?
I'm
I think,
slob.
yeah, I think it's important to like address the differences between them, though.
Like Sergeant,
we're
have you
like-
played both of them? Because I've not played Slobs. I get Sergeant
talking to
in.
me?
Yeah, because
I
you
messed
played
with it.
Slobs.
No, I've only tried slubs.
Really?
But I've watched some tutorials for OBS, but
Mhm.
Streamlabs OBS just seems so much easier.
I think that's a really good point. I think they're depending on like what you're patience for learning new things is, Streamlabs OBS is actually really good because you can get started like right
Yeah.
away.
Mm.
I have I have a tech background and I have a visual design background, so I prefer OBS because it allows me to sort of customize without the box that Streamlabs provides. Some people like to have like that sort of like template thing going on, which is totally fine. I think it depends on what kind of person you are behind the scenes, you know?
For those of you who don't know what Streamlabs and Slobs is,
Yeah.
so like Streamlabs is a secondary company that grew up along the streaming bracket who like made a second OBS. OBS is what you use as a capture tool to either record videos or capture videos. I know there's some people who probably don't know this, so that's why I'm throwing it out there. OBS is like the original, but there's a lot of doodads and knickknacks. Like you can adjust everything very fine-tuned, and sometimes adjusting one thing just a little bit can like throw off the entire stream. But that allows you to customize it a lot more. Where like Streamlabs OBS is literally what Flighty just said. It's you like tack it up and you're ready to go.
Right.
Like you can hit. There's a wizard to automatically like register and see how like fast your internet is, what settings and specs you should use, and there's like HUDs and all these fun sort of things. But
Yeah.
in OBS you can add that all. It's just you need to do it all yourself.
Yeah, when you do the like the initial setup, it took me like 2 days of messing around, faffing around with all these like alerts and stuff. And I'm somebody who doesn't like a busy screen. I just sit myself in the corner. I've got the latest follows and subs and things like that in the corner. But like apart from that, I don't. But like it still took forever and ever and ever. And I was getting all sound effects. And there are loads of things you can do with OBS. I hear it. Slobs is can be buggy. Glenn, you used Slobs for a bit, didn't you? Did you try it out?
No, not Slobs, but a similar project that we're trying out. But that was on my laptop. It wasn't good enough, so I couldn't use it.
Yeah. All right.
But there's usually, from what I've seen, if you use those kind of streaming stuff, they usually have some kind of issue.
Yeah.
At least something. But then again, OBS is also going to have something, but it's getting more raw.
It's weird because
OBS.
I used to use Ankbot, which is like the OBS of chatbots, because it was you could edit, you could do so many things, but it was really kind of like you could edit the scripts and all sorts. It just did absolutely everything you could possibly want. And then Streamlabs bought it, and it's now called Streamlabs Chatbot, which will help you. And in my chat, it's BiggusBot, but you can choose what. In fact, it's just what's the one been coming out? Yours Botobot. Yeah, you can name it. And like I got into this when what was it that disappeared? Revelobot, because that used to be really cool for stuff, but that ended up going under. And then I took it. Then Streamlabs bought Ankbot, and I've really kind of straight-lined it and just made it really easy to use. There's still loads of stuff you can edit, but it's a lot easier to use than it was when it was Ankbot. So sorry, yeah.
I was gonna say Rosie Rabbit has an opinion. Should we maybe pull her in here?
Yeah, Rosie Rabbit. If you join the Rosie, we want to hear your opinion. If you're in the waiting room, well, if you want to join the waiting room, we can drag you in.
I missed an opportunity with my bot. I should have named it like Roboto. Like
Roboto. Yeah.
You can still do it, can't you?
No, I had to make a whole account and then switch all the things over. It's just like not.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could.
God, no.
I could do it, but I'd have to literally make a Twitch account for it and then like mod it
Sure.
again. And this one's already subbed and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing to add on Slobs too is it did stop working. I did remember that when you were asking Glenn, mine would stop working. So sometimes it would say I was still streaming, but then the screen would go black. So that's why I actually reverted back to OBS. But then I figured out what was wrong with my computer anyway at that point in stage.
Oh.
So,
Well, it's what Rosie said. Bebo, that's one that I tried out, the project.
Bebo.
Yeah,
Didn't that used to be a social media thing? Bebo.
I don't know.
I swear it was like a Brazilian.
I mean, if you Google it, you're probably not going to find it. Never mind, you will.
Mega Petros asking in the chat. Nobody uses XSplit. Oh, I use it when I got really angry at OBS. OBS used to be, and now it's not as buggy as it ever. It used to be so buggy. Like it'd crash immediately because for some reason my Elgato, like I use an Elgato HD 60 Pro so I can stream in from HDMI, but I changed some of the settings in OBS for the Elgato and they just clashed, and every single time OBS would just crash on startup, and I got so angry. Eventually, I got
Oh yeah.
XSplit and tried it out, and no, I really didn't like XSplit. It's professional, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't do as much. OBS is just easier to use. It's more complex if you want it to be, but you can also just, it's pretty easy. It's also really easy to delete entire scenes, and that requires 3 hours of setup to re-add, which is a bit of a pain. But
That's actually kind of a good point. Like when you're setting up the visual aspect of your stream and like the technical aspect of your stream, do that shit one piece at a time. Don't like definitely take inspiration from other streamers, but like don't try to get like an overlay and like 4 different bots and like try just one thing at a time per stream. There's plenty of time. Just like experiment and do things in baby steps, because otherwise it's kind of like modding like a Bethesda game. Like if you load all of your mods at one time, you're just gonna break your whole, oh my god, it's a bird.
yeah. Bodo has
You're
a
just
bird on
gonna
his
break
shoulder.
your Bethesda game, and like you're gonna have to like reinstall it anyway. So just like install one mod at a time.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I used to
Ooh,
get
yeah,
Look at this little
Boto
bird,
the
oh my
pirate
gosh.
here with his parrot on his shoulder. Is it? No, not parrot. What is it? It's,
What?
what type of bird is it?
Oh, you said parrot. I thought you said a pirate. That's why
Oh
I
no,
went
yeah,
parrot.
you're the pirate
So
with the parrot.
He did say
please.
pirate.
Yeah, it's a
You are a pirate.
cockatiel.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
So if you guys know Falco from Star Fox, like the blue guy with spiky hair, that's what he's named after. I used to have this blue powder. I used to like put in his like.
That's amazing. Oh. Melum just
I
did
was
a shout out
committed.
for bird. And found a partnered streamer. Okay.
the real.
Really?
Oh, Falco is partnered. Oh, right. We need to interview interview Falco. Amazing.
Oh, wow, actually, his partner 28,000 followers.
Wow, we're gonna follow that person. Okay, we
People
got.
only come to my stream for Grundle anyway, so I already know how that goes.
Okay, let's go to some questions. We've got other stuff we'll cover, but I think we'll save those for another stream. It's awesome how much we've spoken. Ace asks, what impact has Twitch made on your lives so far? Good and bad, I'd say. Like bad. Yeah, I mean,
All
I think
bad.
all bad for Sarge. Oh yeah, Sarge, what impact has it had? You've been there for 2 months. What's it done?
Not much really.
You,
Not
d-
yet.
you used to stream for like 12 hours a day, didn't you? What would you be doing if you weren't doing that? I don't
You're
want to
talking to
know.
me?
Yeah.
What I would have done if I didn't?
Yeah, if you weren't streaming, what would you be doing? Anything
I'd still be
productive?
playing.
Oh, right, okay. Well, so just stream doesn't make much difference. What about you, Glenn? Any?
Nah, but you get to interact with a lot of nice people and some not so nice, but yeah, but I'm grateful for all my followers and all my subs and all of that.
And we'll be there
I
when you
think
come
they'll-
back.
They'll know that. Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Glenn? Has it made much impact?
Well, it has made me realize that you can do whatever you want. Like, pretty simple. I don't think I had any special impact. I think like the biggest impact, if there's going to be one, is probably when I'm going to tell people that I do streaming as a hobby. And a lot of people don't get it in Norway. Like they think it's
Anywhere.
weird. Anywhere, yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. You're a nerd.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing with your life? Blah blah blah. Those kind of stuff.
Do you do the terrible thing and do you like justify it by saying, "Well, I get money from it"?
I do.
I've done. I've done that. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I exaggerate the situation and tell complete lies just to make it okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like Ninja. I'm like
I'm the next
$50
Logan
million
Paul.
a month, bitch.
This isn't
Yeah.
reality, it's a Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everything I got in my room is sponsored by Flux Realness from Gaming Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No stream. Well, it's very, very few streamers that ever makes money. Like when I decided to stream, I spent a lot. Yeah, just looking at things I've got in here, like shit, yeah, quite a lot. I don't think I'll ever break even, but who knows? I do it because I love it. Yeah, I think like I stream a lot. I try to stream every day just because I really enjoy it. It's something to look forward to at the end of the day. But yeah, maybe if there was a negative it's had, it's that I kind of lock myself away in the room for quite a long time sometimes. And maybe I think at some point in the future I'm going to just take a week off and be like, yeah, that's it. I'm no video games, no screens, no nothing. Just spend a week off and kind of prove to myself that I can do it as well. That
Will you be able to do it though?
I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I have an addictive personality, but if I also like have an addiction to stop as well. Like if I force myself, if I say, okay, for 1 week I'm not going to eat any sugar, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to watch any TV or stream, I could do it, but it'll be tough. I'll just find other stuff to do.
Rosie just said the thing. As a rule of
Yes.
thumb, if you are trying to stream for money, just stop.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Miss
Yeah.
Rosie Rabbit. That is the wisest thing that has been said all day today.
Yeah. Just stop. You need
I
to
think,
spend way more.
I think the funniest tweets that I read when I like I don't know, tweet about going live or such, I just always read through some tweets. And the funniest one I see is the one that says, "Hey, I'm going live. Feel free to sub, donate." You know,
Oh yeah.
they're like begging for
The
it. But it's like,
blatant
okay, you know
answer.
what? No, that doesn't work. That's not how we. No, don't approach streaming like that.
Yeah.
So I have a weird kind of take on this because for those of you who don't know me, I was a like professional arcade gamer before I casually did streaming of any sort. So
Oh,
I was a
really?
professional, yeah. So I was a professional arcade gamer, and I used to compete at like New York City Comic Con as like the largest goal. So I was a VIP at New York City Comic Con 6 years ago now. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Getting old.
He was only 12 at the time, of course. Don't laugh,
Yeah,
Lighty.
right age of 8. But no, I used to competitively play games, and like that's how I made money. Like that's how I got my school scholarship. Like so going from something like that where I put in that much time and dedication and literally hated everything about it because it ended my career in gaming. First of all, I placed second at New York City Comic Con, and I quit games. I quit playing games.
Oh wow.
Period. Like I was like, I'm done like wasting my life with this. I mean, I still got a $5,000 scholarship like off of second place. But like I was so done with it at that point, and it took me like a long time to get back into gaming. But since then I've never viewed it as money, because the moment I started looking at it is like I need like the big win to rake in like that money. Like it was just all one collective thing to me. And when I lost, I really realized how much I hated what I was doing. Like I hated playing games for money. I hated playing because I felt like I had to win. I had to do better, and I had to get money in this situation. So like now it's just kind of like like so. But when people like donate to me, like it has like a weird like hurting effect of happiness. Like you're just like like the one time Deli came in and dropped $150. I was like, I'm jumping out my window. I gotta go. And I panicked. Like I couldn't get my window open. It was like, I was like, I don't know what to do. My only plan failed. Like, I was just like, holy cow! Like that's just, and it means the world when people donate, because like it's people effectively like creating a physical manifestation of like love and just handing it to you, throwing it at you, and like it's overwhelming. But I couldn't be a money grab for me. I could never do this for like a main source of income. I don't think.
I know a few people that have like quit their jobs to stream, and you see them, but you can see them in their stream kind of look a bit down because they do it every day and they're forced to go in at this time and they're forced to finish at this time, and they don't seem to enjoy it as much. Like have it as what you enjoy. I mean, any money that I get, like any like the donations and whatever comes from Twitch goes into PayPal, and I just use that to either buy games or to sub to people. So like Twitch is just the one benefiting from this, is they're like they take their cut when someone subs to me, and then when I end up with that money, and then I sub it in to somebody else's, and
it's getting exponentially smaller each time.
Like Twitch is the one that they get all the money, but I really enjoy it. Okay, next question. What are some things you it's interesting, kind of related. What are some things that this is from Agent Warlock. What are some things that you think cause a viewer to no longer subscribe to a streamer, other than like having like money issues? Stop subbing.
Differences of opinion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't followed people like that.
I like I said earlier, like I've made people just straight up leave my stream when I told them that I'm an intersectional feminist, and I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm not going to explain myself. I have a little link to the Wikipedia article of what intersectional feminism is. If you're interested, you click it, and if you're not, you don't. Like, those are the only two options.
No, and my humor's pretty offensive. I've lost people. I made a joke. I was doing Quiplash, and it was a funny joke, but it was a little bit offensive. And someone said, "You can't joke about that," and left. And they just want to copy. I won't say it on here just in case, but it was.
Right, tell me after.
It was. You had to be there, but it was about something that someone just randomly thought, "Okay, that's where the line is," and they decided not to. But
yeah, like, and that's, you have to be okay with that as a streamer. Like, that's and Rosie also says consistency. Lack of consistency will make people leave or like never come back because reliability is a really really important thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda says, "Oh my god, I want to play Quiplash with you." I was playing it last night. It was fun and offensive. There were way more offensive jokes than it wasn't even that offensive. I think somebody just decided. Yeah, no, somebody got really offended actually the other day because I was about to play Formula One with my driving using the steering wheel that I'd got for the first time, and I said, "Oh, this stream's going to be a car crash," and they said, "Oh, that's not funny," and then disappeared.
Oh yeah, so they probably had like a personal thing going on. Like,
that's not you though.
That.
No,
you can't do anything about that.
No.
Yeah. Somebody said, for me, Shannon says, for me, I dropped a long time sub because the caster attitude changed and it wasn't what it used to be years ago. Yeah, did it maybe like they got too confident or they didn't have the enthusiasm anymore? See that? You see that quite a bit. I mean, I followed a guy and I subbed him. He's one of my first ever people I followed and subbed, and then he was just casually dropping kind of slurs every now and again. Obviously, like not really race one, but it's just like we would probably not ever hang out outside. I think that's a good way. If you would hang out with somebody, then that's a decent person to follow. Like, it's a good judge of whether
absolutely,
because
that's what you're doing. You're hanging out,
right? You are virtual hangout.
I actually subbed somebody yesterday with the first stream I'd seen of them, Rock Lobster streams. They were hosted by Rocket Sauce, and their humor was just so dry and funny. I was like, these guys are amazing. It was a man and his wife, I think, and their humor was so dry. I just instantly dropped the sub with them. And JP, yes, of course, I would hang out with you. Come to Barcelona.
JP.
You can take me to the bingo halls because he's obviously 60 years old.
Something. Yeah. Ooh, go ahead.
No, you go. Sorry.
Something Sham said earlier, when he was dropping the long time sub, I think like something that's important with that is understanding that it is like a hangout, and it's not just like it is like the streamer's channel, and it is like when it comes down to it, like they have power in that stream, but like everyone has like a certain amount of power. Like you are solely responsible. If you're in a chat room, you're responsible for like cultivating a certain like experience with that streamer. So like regardless if you're in the room, you have like you can add energy to the conversation, you can add like kindness to the conversation, and that cultivates and that becomes the new culture of the channel. So like regardless, like if you're in the channel, you can add to that and you can make it a better place that's more suits you and is more fun for everybody around you. If you notice a streamer's being a little bit more depressing one day, maybe be like, hey, I noticed you're being a little like, you can have that conversation. Like sometimes that's okay. Like,
right. Yeah.
Not a therapist, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a doctor.
Yeah,
I have to say that shit all the time in my stream. Because in my stream, I'm always talking about like, I like to have open conversations about like sex stuff. And I have to always have that disclaimer, like, I am not a doctor. Do not bring an elephant in a giraffe into your home for any reason, especially not sexually. Like, you have to be really specific.
Question mark? Hello?
Question mark?
Got two more questions before we go. I was like, oh my god, how are we going to talk for an hour? But I could talk for 6 with you guys, but that means we've got more to talk about in a couple of weeks when we return. Brenda's got a good one here. What's one game you will never stream?
Fortnite.
One with like
that's
real.
A really good question.
I know Ben can't physically. You had to stream that one game on YouTube.
Yeah, genital jousting.
Genital jousting.
You need to get that, Flighty. I will. We can play it together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. and we'll play on the game. But genital jousting. If anyone exclamation point YouTube, you can watch the quick look of that. Mellum and I had. It's the noises. That's the worst thing. It wasn't the vision.
Yep.
It sounded like two really Vaselined up like balloons rubbing against each other.
Oh,
I've
serious?
been watching.
I'm confused on how you even know what that sounds like.
When you
No
visit
kink shaming.
Europe again?
No kink shaming, but like I just
But like, we need to know.
we'll talk about it.
I'll tell you after. Okay, I'll show you after. Yeah. But a gamer you never stream. Only one that has really.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, because you don't like
yeah.
playing it, or you just never stream it.
I was just really, really disappointed
Yeah.
with the game. Yeah. So
Overhyped.
well, when I stream, it's really important that I have a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really important. Like I don't want to sit around and be like, yeah, I'm forcing myself to play this game. That's how it
Yeah.
would be if I were to play No Man's Sky because
Well, have you seen
horrible
what's happening with No Man's Sky?
no.
They're releasing an update, but I think it's going to kind of refresh the game totally, which sounds interesting.
Oh.
Probably
Yeah.
some crap. No.
Just play Elite Dangerous, much better.
Oh lord.
As soon as they get multiplayer, as soon as they get fully multiplayer, not
Mm.
the weird nonsense that they have.
Yeah.
What I don't think I would play. What was it? I was going to say. Well, the last time I played Skyrim, I've never had so many backseat gamers in my life as playing
really?
Skyrim. Yeah, there's so many people that put thousands of hours, and I'm there going and just walking. So it's like, oh God, you just walk straight past it. I can't believe it. And,
I actually tried it on VR the other day.
How
is
was
it?
it?
Good.
My Oculus.
It's
It was
fun.
weird. It was I got really dizzy.
It's
And
worth it.
I did not think that those freaking spiders were gonna scare me that much, even though I have
Oh, yeah.
real arachnophobia.
Oh yeah, fuck those spiders.
Yeah.
There's a mod to
Oh.
give them like a Spider-Man skin, except it doesn't change their model, which I feel is even more terrifying.
It would be. It definitely
Let's just
would
add a
be.
clown face while we're at
Yes.
it, you know?
Yeah.
Just pop it on there.
Like a skull on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
oh my.
They have they
No. Yeah.
totally on VR thing. I'm a RuneScape junkie. I grew up playing that game, and they have a VR mod for that. And I literally spent 30 minutes chopping trees in RuneScape, and I was like, "What the hell am I doing with my life? Like, what is going on?" I was literally just like sitting there. I'm like, "This is so cool" for like 30 minutes.
You gotta find your happiness wherever you can get it.
That's pretty great. That's great.
Somebody says, "Oh my God, backseat gamers are the worst." Agent says, "Backseat gamers like little kids watch you play and tell you how to play." Oh, it happens when I play Stardew Valley. Oh, okay.
Oh
My
yeah.
sister's house.
Oh yeah.
I'm never. I don't think I'm not a backseat gamer, but sometimes when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they've just gone past something that would have been
It is
great
really
if they'd
hard.
seen it. It can be. That's why I try not to watch games that I finish like a story game if I finish because I just don't want to say anything and it's really hard to. Ace says I wasn't a backseat gamer at the time, but I was fighting a boss in HK the other day. Okay, Hong Kong. You in Hong Kong? The other day, and I went against the flow by laying flat on my back in my chair, fighting the boss. Like, I do whatever I want because I can. Oh, you're just kind of ignoring them. Yeah.
Yeah.
HK. I'm not sure. Hollow Knight. There. JP says I'm always scared to accidentally spoil or something. Now, sometimes, I mean, streamers might say like, okay, zero clues whatsoever, but if somebody says, hey, there's a really cool thing around, I actually saw Ace, I think you were playing Dark Souls, or somebody said, hey, you've just gone past like there's a secret area where you are, do you want me to tell you how to get to it? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then they did, so that was perfect. That's a really good way of
Yeah,
doing it.
like
Yeah.
just ask.
Just ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asking.
ask.
Yeah.
The worst thing ever is if someone says, oh, you should have done that, or
Oh yeah.
you should have done that. Like,
Could have, would have, should
Yeah.
have.
Start your own damn stream.
yeah. Hey, Dan says just they don't game, so they can't be a backseat gamer. Yeah, well, you're experiencing it through us.
Or
I think
do the exact opposite of what they want you to do, and then
Yeah.
leave some frustration.
I think the best point when someone's backseating is that it's when the streamer's the one that's actually bought the game, like spent money on it.
Mhm.
Why would you?
Oh yeah.
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 Why would you want to ruin the experience like that?
Have you ever had a game spoiled for you?
Yeah. Like the
yeah.
major spoiler. I can't remember. I don't. I I didn't like the game after. I
No.
just quit.
You have the cloud of rage that's covering the
I was
trauma.
so angry. Like they literally spoiled the ending of the game when I
Oh
was
my
like
god. Which game was
basically
it?
done with it. No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it.
Wow. Do not
No.
backseat game. I do not say it's any spoilers in
No,
Glenn's chat.
you're gonna make me cry.
No.
But you,
No.
Stavland, have you
Relive
ever...
this trauma.
I suppose in Fortnite, do you get lots of people saying, "Oh, you should have done that. You should have done that."
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do, but I tend to not listen.
yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah. Just fuck them.
Oto, have you ever had a game spoiled for you?
Oh, plenty.
I tend to. I must be
Actually,
lucky
the
then.
most recent one was actually Doki Doki. Like
Ah.
I asked
Oh,
very
that's
much
the
so
worst.
not to like because I knew there was something, and then
Mm.
like they like flat out like sent me like it was like does like someone made a YouTube clip to like ruin Doki Doki in like 30 seconds.
Ah.
Like, yeah, and I was like, what
Dicks.
kind of monster? Like,
yeah,
spent
like
time
what kind of
editing,
fucking
playing Doki Doki.
asshats?
Mm.
And then doing
Doki
that.
Doki.
Yeah.
You gotta play
Jesus
Doki
fucking
Doki.
Christ.
Is that like
I don't know
some
what it is.
It's
sort of
it's a free
anime?
game. It's like a
It's free, yeah.
it's a free
like
like
cartoonish.
almost like a date simulator start game, and then stuff happens.
It gets
Yo.
weird.
We
I
won't
just
spoil
Googled it.
anything. Lighty, have you had a game spoiled for you?
If it was spoiled for me, it was inconsequential because I can't remember. Stuff like that doesn't typically bother me, and I actually have some superstar mods in the chat, so like I'll have a discussion with them beforehand. Like if anybody's going to be a dick about this, please take care of them as quickly as possible. But also, I feel like I haven't really been streaming that long, and a lot of the games that I've been playing, I feel are old enough that people aren't kind of searching to ruin it for people. You know what I mean? Like with Doki Doki Literature Club, it's a relatively new game, and it's so interesting and weird that spoiling it like it affects you deeply. It affects your gameplay deeply. So
Yeah.
the
I didn't
short
finish
answer is
streaming it.
no. Okay, final question. I like this one. Have you guys ever had that starstruck feeling? This is from Swills. Have you ever had that starstruck feeling when playing or talking to someone you watch stream?
Talking to you, Ben.
I have had that, and that was with the
Me.
Norwegian Thunder Boys, because I've liked them a lot on like they're from a band, or two of them are from
Donkey Boy.
Donkey Boy, and I've liked Donkey Boy for years because I used to watch X Factor, really top quality TV, and the winner came back after a year or something and did a version of Ambitions, and I was like, oh, I really like this song, and then I found out it was Donkey Boy, and then listened to all their old music, going like, well, hey, this is my type of music, I love this. And then I was following them on Facebook, and I think I'd started streaming, and then all of a sudden it said, oh, Donkey Boy, hey, we're going to become streamers, here's our stream. And I managed to catch them in their first stream and like just spent the entire time chatting to them. And then I think it might have been that first stream or the second stream where they said, hey, do you want to join us for PUBG? You can be like the fourth person in there, because they only used to have 3. I was like, great. So I was like, but I was so close to just saying no, because I was like just a bit starstruck. And but then since doing that, like I've got no problem going and playing games with other people. But I did totally fanboy out when I went and actually saw them. I ended up going to Norway, stayed.
I've seen the Instagram pictures of you going to stream with them, and you just look so happy to be with them. It's really
That's
adorable.
the biggest smile ever.
Oh no, that was just because I got to meet Glenn
Biggest
Marini.
smileless.
I got to meet Glenn.
Aw.
No, but that was like the fastest 48 hours of my life. But yeah, I like slept in their recording studio, be like, is this real? Is this
Aw.
is this what happened in this last year? So that for me, Twitch has made my life just crazy fun like that. But yeah, about you guys? Sorry.
Did you tell them that you're coming back in August though?
Oh yeah, well, I mentioned it. They suggested it.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
it was a while ago, so I need to check. I spoke to Dagfinn as well recently, but hopefully
Maybe
you'll
it's
join
too
them for
often,
a
though.
stream. Problem is they're because they're really huge in Norway. They've got their stream is like 100% in Norwegian, which I'm gonna have to learn a bit, aren't I? So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen, whether I will stream with them or not. But definitely come to Norway no matter what in August. See you
Same.
guys.
Jealous.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, Proto's coming. We'll invade Norway.
Yeah.
We gotta take it over sometime.
Yeah, they've taken
Too
over
many
enough of it.
beautiful people in one place.
I need to go just so I can go drinking with Mellum. I think that would be the funnest night of my life.
Yes. Oh yes. Okay. Well, what? Yeah, you guys. Have any of you had the starstruck feeling?
I can't say that I really have.
Yeah, no,
I don't
I don't.
think-
I
I
don't.
don't-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I plainly I haven't. I think it's cool, like meeting up with some people. I have been on people's streams, like before I was a streamer. I was on some big league streamers, like streams, and I thought it was like the coolest thing, just to be like in the same game as them. But I never like have had an experience to where like I actually like. I could say there's a couple streamers that I would like to meet, but I honestly view meeting people virtually now as like a totally acceptable thing as well. Like in their chat is meeting them.
Yeah.
But it's not going out drinking with them and partying in a freaking recording studio.
Right. Yeah. please.
Yeah, that was. And I got them meeting Boy Toy Live as well. They're people, they're
Yeah.
guys who have been watching for ages, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, Boy Toy Live are going to be there the second day." They're like, "Oh, what, really?" And like meeting people, but also it wasn't just that, but meeting people from my stream that have been like May TV was there. There are a few others. I mean, I can't not say Mellum, can I? Like meeting Mellum was just awesome. We're gonna get so drunk in August, Mellum.
Damn it.
Mellum says
I'm
no.
so jealous.
We're gonna go to Tunsberg. Can't wait. Okay.
I think-
Yeah.
Sorry, I think putting people on a pedestal is the worst thing you can possibly do. I think that's where starstruckedness comes from. This is for me personally. I'm not trying to talk shit to you, Ben.
No, I like
Not
it.
right now. Not right now. We do that in private.
It's a natural thing, maybe. Yeah.
But I used to put people on pedestals, and then when I did that, people would disappoint me. So for myself, remembering that everybody's human makes it easier. Like I could very easily have gotten starstruck like being on this podcast today, but then I remembered like everybody
just
here
us.
is human who I like.
I
I'm not
realized
with
these
anybody
dudes.
famous right now, so it's fine.
Yeah. No one here's partnered.
Like I'm hanging out with a bunch of my fellow queer folks today. So that's just kind of how I approach literally
Stavland's,
everything.
You've got a girlfriend, have you, Stavland? Or?
You can be queer and
Yeah.
listen.
$50
you're
is
queer
$50.
You are queer by association now. So
A fruit fly.
you're
What?
Someone he's a fruit fly. He hovers around all the fruit.
I think she's watching.
oh, that was good.
Stavland's girlfriend's watching, going, "Wait, what?" Just sat up like, really?
he
Amazing.
has the guard of distance. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna, rather than let it peter out, we're gonna end the show here today.
Beyonce puts her bra on one boob at a time. Sorry, I just had to read that excellent
As
quote from
Rosie says. Brilliant. Yeah, we're gonna be back next week. Is the normal Click Click Play podcast, which is like based on video games we've been playing and news. It's a little bit more somber and chilled. Whereas in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back. No idea who's gonna be with. These guys could be here. Other people. I think Ace of Twitch is gonna be joining us. It's I cannot believe how crazy it's been in this stream. It's been awesome. But guys,
Give it to me.
Glennarini, how do we find you on Twitch? I went straight for Glennarini.
One more time.
Wow, Tony must. I mean, hey, tell us, Glennarini, how do we find you if we want to follow you on Twitch? For people who maybe don't have it on, like who are not watching the video version.
I'm sorry. I.
What's your
What'd you
Twitch
say?
name, Glennarini?
It's Glennarini.
Oh, Glennarini, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
It's pretty
if you want,
simple. It's pretty simple.
it'll be in the show notes if you're watching this on iTunes, or if you listen to this on iTunes or in YouTube, it'll be on there as well. Sergeant Stavland, how do we find you?
Right here.
Oh, he's in the
I
chat.
just wrote it in the chat.
He shouted himself out. What a classless man.
It didn't work though.
There's a countdown on there, but yeah, give Sergeant a follow. Give Glennarini a follow. Flighty Broad, Flighty Broad.
You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram.
Grinder.
All of which, with the exception of Twitch, features partial nudity of myself. So
Oh,
get all up in there.
Getting rich.
Up
Marketing.
in there.
Self-marketing.
Check.
She's got it.
Check
I'm
the
the own grinder, y'all.
check the not safe for work section on the Discord. Enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. I am the matron of BiggusBennus's NSFW channel on his Discord. So.
Oh yeah. And Boto Colin, how do we find you, Boto Colin?
You don't. I was never here.
No, you're
No.
so modest.
No, you guys can follow me on Twitch, on Twitter. I mean, I have a cosplaying page. I'm about to start my cosplay because I'm going to be going to TwitchCon this year. So if you guys are going there, also great place to meet up with me. But it's Boto Colin, literally everywhere. League of Legends, any game physically ever possible. Boto Colin, BOTOCOLLIN, 2 L's for long legs.
Oh,
There you go.
Who are
luscious.
you
6'5"
cosplaying as?
legs.
Just real fast. Who are you cosplaying
You'll have to
as?
find out. It's a
Oh,
secret.
damn it.
He knows how to do that. All right, so we're gonna send a raid over because this is the Twitch one. So we're gonna send a raid over to Katie Universe, who is an amazing streamer.
Yay.
Love her. I'm gonna go in and beg her to join the podcast one time because she is awesome and she's got the best American accent I've ever heard. Sorry, Boto and Flighty, but she sounds
American
like a real
accent?
American.
There's you have a Southern accent, Boston accent, Midwestern accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the raid is going. Everyone, stick around. Send we'll say, what should we call it? Twitch play raid. I'll put it in there. Call it Twitch play raid. So if you just
Thank you,
copy and
Melon.
paste that, and we'll see you guys next week for the normal podcast. Week after will be more craziness.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love ya. Thanks, Ben.
Bye. No, thank you. Bye.